Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to today's call. I can see already Scoreboy here is saying that we cannot hear me. So I just want to confirm if you can hear me, please just type 1 at the comment section. Just try to type 1 if you can hear my voice. Just type 1 at the comment box so that we can know we are together. Thank you so much, Ian. Nice to have you. Price, Scoreboy. Now, happy to hear and to know that you can hear me very, very well. We are here live. Good to see each and every one of you who has joined. Today, this is the Techpreneur Gateway, Mentorship Mondays. And if you have any question, remember, we are here live to assist you in any place that you might be stuck in your journey on the Techpreneur Gateway. So if you have any question, regardless of from everything that is included in this course with the Techpreneur Gateway, we have got like 8 serious modules. I'm calling them serious because each module is a standalone skill that can be monetized. Like these skills, you can actually monetize each part of this course, and that's what makes this course very, very valuable. We took time with experts, took time to share exactly how they use this, all the way from registering a business. These lawyers have gotten a lot of money from these. Like you want to open a limited company, you want to register a business name, then you have to look for a lawyer to help you out with that. And remember, they don't come for free. You have to open the file with them and pay for all those things, including the stamps and the signatures and everything. So just knowing that you are able to register a business using the BRS online from your house without involving anyone, I mean, that's already something that you can start monetizing out there. Then we have the branding basics, and that's why we are here today. We want to talk a little bit about branding. And since we are streaming this live, I just don't want to waste a lot of time. Just to remind you that if you're stuck anywhere on this module, either it's module 3, building your digital footprint, or the e-commerce essentials, or the SEO fundamentals, or the paid digital marketing, or even you're already at the gig economy and you can't find gigs. So this course is like meant step by step on how you can actually get through with everything. So today we selected CANVA, and we are going to talk about CANVA. A lot of people that maybe are of the old thinking, not really old thinking, because these are professionals who have studied quite a bit. They took their time, they learned the core softwares. When we talk about graphic design, let's talk about a little bit about definitions. And today I want to, let me just use my normal, let me just use my normal browser. Maybe I can lift this tab up to just keep everything clean. Already you're in mentorship, you're learning. That's how you lift a screen. That's how you can lift a screen. You can just lift that tab out and you will be able to work on it. So let's talk about graphic design. And again, I'm sharing my screen with you live so that you can pick some of the things. I mean, be observative. Be observative. These are very rare cases. We don't like share our screen every single day. And one of the things that I'll tell you for free is that we're living in the digital age. We are now transitioning from information age to knowledge age. And that's why we have things like these artificial intelligence language models that are able to actually do things faster than us. So today we are talking about graphic design. Let's look for the definition together. This is gene mentality. And for those of you who have not been with us for long, gene actually is the gene with G-I-N, but it is not gin the drink. Yes, for this one, we are talking about Google Eat Now. So the G for Google, where we said Google servers live at google.com, but now we have huge competitors like perplexity.ai. Check it out. One of the tools that I oftenly use, and today we are lucky because we're going to be using these to access the internet. So this is a search engine. You can use this as a search engine. You cannot use ChatGPT as a search engine. That's the topic of another day. Graphic design definition. Let's go. This is a multifaceted discipline that combines artistic expression with practical application to communicate messages visually. So if there's anything to underline here, just underline communicate and visual. We are living in the digital world. Right now, people don't want to read. Like already I know the moment I pulled out this text like this, there's somebody's brain who shut off because there's too much text and less graphics. And that's the importance of graphics, is to communicate visually. Visually. So this involves the creation and arrangement of visual elements such as typography. So we are going to learn a little bit about typography, and we have a really short time, short 1 hour. So you have to like subscribe to our YouTube or something to get this. This one will be available on YouTube even right now. So comment something, ask any questions that you have in the comment box, and we'll get back to them. So typography includes the fonts especially. In fact, there is one of the senior graphic designers, it was called Charlo. Charlo used to design a whole magazine by himself. And he told me, I asked him, what is the secret about this, how you're able to design all these things without having them to crash? And he told me it's all about fontology. I don't know if it's a thing or he just made it up, but fonts make all the difference. And that's what we're calling here typography. Please remember this, it's important. Then images. Yes. So these are fonts, typography, which will now be carrying the text. Then you include some images, you include some color and some shape to effectively convey information or evoke emotional response from an audience. Now, I really love this definition because it says to evoke emotional response. So you want to attack people's emotions. So graphic design is not only the art of placing, images on top of colors and shapes with some typography. It is also meant to communicate a message that can evoke some emotions. And we are going to see how big brands are using that. So the definition on purpose, I mean, I don't know if we have to read the whole text. Take a screenshot if you have to, but let's look at the key elements of graphic design. So the design relies on several fundamental elements. Line. It defines the shapes and creates structure. The shape organizes the ideas and emphasizes the details. The color enhances the aesthetics and conveys emotions. So the emotions are in the colors. Space utilizes proximity and distance to improve composition. Then texture, it adds depth and interest into visual presentation. Form represents the overall structure of the design, and size influences the hierarchy of the information presented. So you have your theory right there. So this is theory. You can still go out there and learn more theory about it. But today I want to introduce you, after this wonderful definition, of saying that it's an artistic expression, which is a form of communication using visual elements such as typography, images, colors, and shapes to convey information or evoke emotion. So let's go ahead and introduce CANVA. When you type CANVA on Google, we'll also start by definition. I always start by definition for those people who know my way of, so that we are on the same page. So CANVA is an Australian multinational software company that provides graphic design platform. Now we have a new word, platform, that provides tools for creating social media graphics, underline that, presentations, underline that, promotional merchandise, underline that, and even websites. Now, to access CANVA, sorry if I'm going so slow, but this course is meant to be beginner friendly. So I just want to evoke you to say, to access CANVA, you have to go on Google. One of the reasons, so I have 5 reasons why you should switch to CANVA. And one of the reasons, it is because there is no software to download. CANVA is an online software. It is a tool that's accessible via any tool, any laptop. So you can't say that it's the trainer's laptop that has those things. No. Go to canva.com and create an account. What do you mean create an account? No. I mean the same way you created an account, an email account, use your email account to create a CANVA account. Canva.com is an online design software platform, online graphic design software. So this software, you don't have to download anything, you don't have to install anything, and that makes it easy because you can work with any laptop, including that one that you have, yours. Initially, for people who know, because I know there are people who are here and they are veterans. For veteran graphic designer, you needed your laptop to have dedicated graphics card for you to run those like serious graphic design softwares. Why I encourage CANVA, and this is the second reason. The first one we have said, it's easy to access at www.canva.com, and you can access using any device, provided it's connected to the internet. You're well on your way. So CANVA, number 2, why I love CANVA. Did I mention that it's free? Yes, it is free. It is free of charge. So whoever tries to tell you that using CANVA is not professional, remind them that behind these CANVA templates, because that's the second reason why I love CANVA, is because they have ready-made templates. Those templates were made by senior graphic designers. Are we there? So they were made by very, very senior designers, even more senior than the one who is criticizing you, who is using CANVA, because they are telling you that CANVA is not for professionals. No, CANVA is for people who love to get things done. CANVA is for people who love, what do we call it? Who love accessibility. CANVA is for people who love convenience. That's the word I was looking for. Convenience. It is more convenient for me to create. And you can see 1 month ago, 19 days ago, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, I've been using Canva. Now, I want to introduce you to the canva.com graphical, the software. It got an update. That's a very good thing because it's online. Once it updates, everybody gets the latest version. The others for installing, once it updates on their end, the old one stops working and you have trouble. And those are big problems. So you can create a free account that you can start using. Like right now, the account that I'm using is free. That's why they say you can try Pro for 30 days. So if you want to pay, there's also a paid version, which we are not going to look at on this call because we already have the free version, which is enough for us to get started. So on the left sidebar of Canva, once you sign up, you won't have recent designs because yours will be just a new one. Then you will see the home button on the left, which gives you that overview of everything that you've been doing and what's new in social and shortcuts to create all these type of documents, which we are going to be looking at. Then below that home, there's a project folder. So you can also organize. You can stay organized. You can decide that you'll be a graphic designer and you'll be using this software to be doing your stuff. So here you can create folders, organize, move things in one folder to another, and that way things stay much more organized. Then my favorite part of this is the templates. So Canva, the designers of Canva were able to get designers to build them templates, any graphic design you could ever think about. And this is where I want you now to start seeing the opportunities herein. Because for business, let's even just go with the menu because we are talking about the dashboard, so we are going through. So for business alone, if you just click business, look at that. Small business, look at a brand playbook, marketing, sales, human resource, documents, presentation, business card, flyers, whiteboards, right? And they show you examples of what has been built by Canva before. High quality business templates, an invoice. Today, if I told you to create for me an invoice, where would you start? Here at Canva, they already have a template. You just come in here with this template, edit it, make it yours, and use. And these are ready items to start selling, and they have good quality. Look at this red and black creative business card. Very professional. Invoice, sitemap, posters. Look at that laundry service. They have already pre-built this for you, and then they give you a drag and drop portion where you can just start rearranging stuff. I'm telling you, we are blessed, we are lucky to be alive in a time such as this. I'm telling you to create this poster before using a software like, and I'm mentioning these names and I don't have anything against them. Designing this with something like maybe Photoshop or coming it up with Corel Draw or Illustrator. I mean, those design softwares, you had to have like layers and layers of stuff. But here, look at all this. We cannot even exhaust. And that's why my challenge for you today is find canva.com, create a free account, and start exploring these templates. So I'm going to go for category. We have for business. than for social media. As a digital marketing expert, I really enjoy working with Canva for social media simply because, and this is the top 3 reasons. So this is the 3rd reason why you should use Canva. And we're going to see how easy it is to update, which is the 5th reason. So stay around until the 5th. Canva has done the heavy lifting of figuring out Instagram posts. If I ask you right now, do you know the dimensions of an Instagram post? If you know the answer, please type it out on the comment. Do you know the dimensions of an Instagram post? What should be the size? What is the ideal size for Instagram posts, graphics, the images? But Canva has already figured that out, and they have already created templates where if you want to create a post for Instagram, you don't fumble, you just go ahead and go for Instagram posts, and you will see inspirations from millions of designers. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful creative. Beautiful creative. So you are starting from an advantage point because you have already gotten some expert guidance. And look at all these ideas. All these are ideas that have been approved. They have been checked. Now look at what we talked about from the definition. Graphic design is what? Fonts, colors. Are you seeing colors, fonts, shapes, shapes, shapes? Look at that. Images, images. Yeah, we go back to the definition, such as typography, images, color, all those things. You can see them here. Color. This is an orange swapping into a green. Look at that. Color brings some sort of emotion. So color is not just color. Look at this coming soon with a bright, you can almost feel this warmth of this bulb. And it's an image. That's the power of graphic design. And can I submit to you that this is an evergreen area? And we are going to be talking about evergreen when we are finishing. So for social media, they have figured out what is the dimension for stories. Look at that. The templates just changed. Now they are longer. Now they are longer. So if I told you to start creating an Instagram story, I mean, the dimensions, if you're creating things that do not have good dimensions, they're overlapping, they're cutting, some of them are not visible. Yeah, I want you to see those elements that we have defined: color, fonts, images. Look at how these designers have used them. And you are free to use as much as it does not have that pro thing. If you highlight like this is a pro, so you have to pay to use this, but this is free. This is free. You can start from here. So why can't you start designing posters? One poster, designing one poster, I pay, and for me, I'm already somebody who is in the industry. I pay for people in Kenya. I pay 500 shillings per poster. And that's not a complicated poster, because if it's complicated, we move to 1,000. And if it's a client, it's 1,500, so that I can pay my graphic designer 500 and keep the 1,000. I'm telling you, we are living in the real time. So if nobody had ever told you this, now you know. There's no other excuse. You said that the people will perish because of lack. No, now you know. Look at these reels. Instagram reels video templates. These templates are already to size. If you make a reel with this Canva template and you take it to the Instagram reels, it will fit perfectly. It will look professional. It will look, hey, I mean, reason number, we are now in reason number 4. Why switch to Canva? The world is turning into, we moved very fast. We moved from text to images. That's why the like of Instagram came up, because Instagram was more visual. Then now, with the age of TikTok, we are now on short videos. Can I submit to you my point number 4 of why I love Canva and why you should switch to Canva? It is because Canva can do videos. It can do short videos. It can do your TikTok videos. It can do your reels. It can do your stories. Videos, yes. And you can upload your own video from your phone and change these letters to whatever you want and just release awesome content. We have said that content creators are now being in high demand since we are a consumer economy. So we want to consume content like never before. Our attention span has gone down. We want to, like, in 1 hour, you want to have watch people laughing, dancing, crying, preaching, dancing, eating, cooking, beef, barring. Like, you can see a whole life spectrum within 1 hour, because these videos are actually 3 to 5, maximum 15 seconds. And they're making sense. It's a complete thing. So Canva, the fact that Canva can do all your graphics, both still or static and motion or video, with the right sizes for social media, I'm not seeing why you should not update your profile and say you are a graphic designer, content creator who can be able to create and manage content for brands, and you start getting paid. Got it? Facebook posts, Facebook covers, Facebook ads, stories, TikTok videos. Yes, for people who are TikTok videos right here, you can create TikTok videos on Canva. And if you think about graphic design keenly, you might just realize that we are sleeping on a gold mine, because this is one of the areas that will always be needed. People need to communicate their offer. How will they do that? It's through graphics. Just look at whatever is in front of you right now. If you're not in a totally empty room, pick up anything that you bought. Most likely, they have graphics design. I can see in front of me here, I have a book, Art of War by Sun Tzu. This is a graphic. The fonts. There's another book here from my library, Atomic Habits. In fact, the Atomic Habits, like, even the guy tried to make the word atomic habits, like with small circles representing the atoms. That's graphics. Go to your supermarket. When you're buying your milk in the morning, your bread, and you're so there busy saying, Stucky festive, I want super loaf. It's just the branding. The thing at the end of the day is, wheat mixed with some sugar to make the bread. But because of branding, you are able to identify, and that's what we call brand identity. You're able to identify them. So Pinterest, LinkedIn, animated, so including animated. So if you just start making funny animated stuff as you're practicing, then you start posting them and tell people, if you want such, I can make for you. Animated social media posts. Very, very wonderful. So if you're in education, video, marketing, yes, business cards, flyers, logos, posters, brochures, menus, newsletters, infographics. I'm telling you, there is no end to this. For example, posters, or what we call flyers. If we come here for posters, and now we are going for reason number 5, why you should switch to Canva, it is because it is easy to use. So this is a template by Rongbaz. It is a poster portrait. It is 42 by 559.4 centimeters. Then it is 100 fully customizable. Edit and download on the go, and share and publish anywhere. So let's go ahead and customize this template. So my reason number 5, which I'm going to leave you with, is that Canva is easy to use. If you're serious, and I know you are, because you could not have been here on this call if you're not a serious person. Campaigns for US just ended. How much do you think this one would have costed from a graphic designer? Look at that design. Already, we have been given these to start with. We have been given a heads up. Working with Canva as a graphic designer should be actually the more bragging rights, because it's like you're coming from a rich family. You already have inheritance. You're not starting from a place where already there's something that you can work with. And so today, we are going to make a poster together with you from this template. Then if time allows, we're going to make something else. But all those templates, categories that we've seen, can you imagine there's a template for each and every part? So look at this. Very easy. This is my point number 5. It is easy to use. Hit edit, the edit panel shows up. You have options for these particular selected elements. I want to delete it. This vote, look at that font, Anton. You could never have thought about font called Anton. This is still the same font, Anton. Again, same font, Anton. Anton. Then they change the font for the website. So this is also called consistency. So here we want to say vote. Yeah, it's a campaign poster. Who is vying for student leaders? Let's see. And it's so easy to use, it's like using Word. So if you want to undo, you come here and undo. Look at that. I've undone the small thing that I had deleted. I've just realized that it is making so much balance. So let's see at the comment if we have somebody. So Michael. So vote Michael. Student leader for where? Michael who? Yeah, Michael knows the size is 1080 by 1080 pixels. But there are people in this call that, hey, they don't know, right? Michael Karaoke, let's go for Michael Karaoke. Student leader, where? Let's cooperate, Michael, I can see you online. Oops. So we'll give them a byline, the time for change is here. Right, let's remain vague like politicians. So what are you changing? I will not tell you, but the time for change is here. Right, big thing. What you can do with these colors. We've said in the definition that is also typography. We've seen that it is so easy to use Canva to change text, right? We've already changed the text. Those are typography. So let's look at another element like images. So for images, I'm sure this is not Michael's image. I wish I had his image, but if he's able to attach here, we'll be very, very happy. If he's not able, we'll just use a placeholder, right? So maybe here, all right, this is how you change color. Select, it's already changed to black. Okay, so I want to replace the blue. Looks good because we said color evoke emotions. This looks like a serious corporate. So the red here is calling for attention. So that's okay. Contrasts. CUPSA is the main thing, so I want to make it a little bit big by increasing the size. And when I'm doing this, I'm hoping you're learning, like the questions here to ask or to answer yourself is, how do I increase the size? How do I change an element? You know, how do I change the color? Come over there, click on it. Then let's put maybe green to associate with success. Let's see. Can choose green. And imagine if once you select a color, it comes here as document colors. So you can always make sure that you've selected the same color over and over. Very, very important in design for consistency. So this, we should answer your question on how can I change the color. So this is an image. This is an image. You can choose to come here and say elements. We have elements. Okay, so this is where we have the elements. You can see we have shapes, graphics, images, like that. So let's see what we're going to do. Come to photos. Look at that. Photos. Here we're just going to say university. You can search. I mean, I'm using this so that you can I've searched for an image. All those that have this icon thing, they are pro, so that means they're paid for. But like this one is free. I don't want to overthink. I just want to see one and just throw it in here. And I think I already did that. So this one is free. This one is free. So you just drag it and drop it over. And if you double click on it, you can manipulate it. You can move it. You can do stuff to it. So I want the faces to be seen a little bit. So I'll come up to that point. Can cut this head, but not the ear. So this space was being left big because we had to have Michael's picture here. Michael's picture should be somewhere here. So we are going to assume Michael is somewhere here. Are we still together? Okay, can't seem to find Michael's picture, but to show you some another cool feature is that you can upload your own photo. You can upload your own photo. Like for me, I had uploaded some pictures here. So I'm just going to take one of them and we assume is Michael. Boom. So from the uploads, oh, and look at that. Michael just did that thing. Michael, this looks AI generated, my friend. And already it has some design on it. Might not be the best picture, but let's see how we are going to work on it. So once you have your pictures downloaded, and this is again to answer the question, how do you good questions from Kevin. We are going to come to that. So I'm going to say upload, then upload files from your computer. So I'm just going to go to the downloads, get Michael's image, upload it to Canva, like for free. Load the file once more. Let's try once more. I'm not sure why it did not take it. There we go. Michael is already here. So we'll push Michael on the edge right there. Actually at the edge. For the Pro version, it has a background remover, which is a very, very awesome tool as well. So I'm just going to like have this one there. Then now this one has become a little bit irrelevant. So I'm going to come back to elements. So once you are in your editing software suite, this screen, once it shows, the menu on the side becomes all tools that you can use to edit. And these are drag and drop. The lines that you see at the edge, they are called, control, like guidelines. So they guide you so that things remain a little bit balanced. So this is how you can do it. Then always for a client, what you normally do is you give them two samples. We normally give them two samples. So I'm just going to take another image that's complementing. Then again, with design, you just have to have an eye. You just have to have an eye of how things are balanced and what you can be able to do. You can come back to the elements here and take a shape. If you want to draw, you can draw. But if you want the elements, you can just come and say, look at these frames, grids, mockups, 3D graphics. 3D graphics. Look at that. There's even 3D graphics. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? That we are going to be using 3D graphics. I don't want it to go in the background. Just want it to be on top here. This is just a bragging right. You can use the arrows up and down to move things around, to balance the thing. Right? And if you're happy with it, if you're still doubting yourself, you can add a page, or even forget about adding a page. You can just hit this duplicate. So once you duplicate, you change the design. So for example, I want to give Michael another option of a design. So I'm just going to fill his face all the way up. I'm just trying to be creative. And this is also trying to show you something. Way up. Magazine style type of thing. Let's see if his face will fit here. Resolution images, because in the definition we also said it's about size. So I'm going to take this face because I don't want people to forget him when it's vote. Right. So for example, you want to use the element and it's hidden on back. So you click down to layers and then you can bring it forward. Pop, just like that. Then, for example, it's outside of the frame. That's okay. It's part of design. You can do that. But another thing is using these small arrows, you can actually rotate. I want to rotate these one to be straight. Then I want to extend it to the edge. So these lines that are coming on the top, they're also to guide you which element you're working on at the moment. So I'm going to use this for vote, the 3D image. Place it there. Then whatever this is, okay. Then you can hold down Shift to select two elements, and now they can be affected together. I still want his face to be visible. So again, the contrast is all about playing with the colors. Let's go with white. So I want to make some effects on this text. Look at that. Just by a press of a button, and have a background that is white. The same effect for this. You can actually even make it hollow. Look at all these effects. Let's go ahead and look at them. Effects. That's shadow, lift, splice, outline, hollow. Hey, hollow looks good. Hollow. Okay, what's not looking good? So can and then hold down Shift for both of them. And now because it's hollow, you can actually place them there. So there's something here that's preventing this one to be seen, but because it's part of the image, how can I fix that? Come over to the elements, take a shape, for example, this type of shape, okay, give it color. I want it to take document color from this green maybe, right? Then I want to take that element behind that M, but I still want it to be B, the black to be you want to cut his hair. Again, one of the reasons as to why I've not specialized in graphic design because I'm not very keen to details. Okay. Again, Shift to control both of them, give them a little bit of a distance, then try to make them take half. So this is magazine style, which still sells the face of our whatever, and we're going to say, here we go, Michael, my good client, I've created, right? JPEG is best for sharing. You can download single pages. For example, let's go ahead and say, not all pages. What's happening? Download, please. We are done designing. We can look at the questions. Yeah, PNG also says it's a portable network graphics, so that's okay. You can always rename your designs. Yes, with the here on top. Michael poster. And just like that, if you come to your downloads, you'll find those posters there and go ahead and attach them to your client. They'll be so happy to send some money to your M-Pesa because you have done the work. And that's how you can be able to make money using graphics. I'm not the best graphic designer out there, but I've done things with Canva that have really, really shocked a lot of people. So this is how you can use Canva to start designing and creating stuff for yourself. And I hope you have learned something today, because anything that you want to design already, there's some design that has already been done out there and you don't have to reinvent that wheel. So there's somebody who has a question. There's somebody who has a question. They're saying that, where can one find customers after mastering the skills apart from Upwork? And I read somewhere that AI can do graphic design. For example, it can come up with logos. Is it true? And if so, how will it affect graphic designers? I mean, for me, the thing is, people who will not use AI are the ones who are going to replace by those who are going to use AI, because we are saying that AI will put you in a better starting position. You will start with the design concept that has never been seen out of this world. So that's how you can use AI. And I know things like, for example, let me just give it to you as a bonus. If you have stayed this long for this call, ChatGPT now can do images, Gemini can do images, Meta AI can do images. So everybody's doing images. So let's say create a logo design. Now here you have to be very, very specific. And I've seen other people using ChatGPT to create the prompts. Create a logo design for a company that deals with milk production and packaging, called Royal Milk. Make the logo sample and packet sample. Let's see. So this is Imagen 3 in action as a graphic designer. Look at that. Good starting point. So as a graphic designer, you can take this concept and start building from here. I don't know if you're getting how to use this thing, because the AI cannot create things without somebody to prompt it. So it is good for you to understand what are the elements of good design, what are the principles of a good design. It cannot do that by itself. You have to prompt it. And that's why, again, prompt engineering is becoming very, very profitable, because if you know how to prompt, these AI things, they'll give you what you want. But I'm saying for a complete beginner, even post on your status. Where can you find customers? Post on your status, post on your social media, and say, guys, I'm feeling generous today. I want to design 5 posters for 300 bob each. And if you get 10 people to send you 300 bob, how much is that? Calculate and put it in the comments. That's how you survive. Yeah, that's how you become a techpreneur. It's about looking at those opportunities and filling them. Graphic design, those big banners that you see on the road. You know, when you hear about KFCs, you McDonald's, like what comes to your mind? It's their brand, it's their colors. Safaricom, Coca-Cola, those big names, they have been consistent in their colors, in their fonts. You'll never see Coca-Cola writing Coca-Cola with another font like this one. They will always go for their signature font because that's part of their identity. So you have to like just decide and try these things out, because that's how we get paid for offering services. And I don't want this call to be any longer than this. We started, that has been exactly 1 hour. If you have any burning question and you've not typed it out on the chat box, then keep typing them. Either you're watching this as a replay or you're here live, then we'll keep getting back to them. And when we have another chance to look at graphic design, you can always get to that. So please don't forget, if you've not signed up for the Techpreneur Gateway, whatever I'm teaching here is just like a touch of the iceberg, because the Techpreneur Gateway goes back down into details, from developing a logo to business cards to, you know, all the brand identity that a business might need, so that you know how to actually do them and you can do them for other people. So I don't know who is drawing on my screen, but anyway, that has been our time today. Until next Monday, please sign up if you have not. skills.workmate.club. Look for the Techpreneur Gateway. Look for the Techpreneur Gateway and start learning. Start learning, because you start learning today, you are a student. But 1 year down the line, you will be a professional. Until Monday, I've been your host, John, and thank you so much for taking the time to build upon your skills.